Let's make some freaking grilled cheese. So I'm doing over my grilled cheese video because quite honestly, it's outdated, my old video. I used 1 slice of American cheese. I used frozen bread, and I used the Country Crock, box of butter. I don't do any of that anymore. And quite frankly, grilled cheese is very important to me. And it's also important to the 3 pillars of our, community: gamers, incels, and furries. Okay, those are like the 3 categories of people that I just love. And quite frankly, it's all they eat is grilled cheese and maybe like Mountain Dew. So what I'm going to be changing about this grilled cheese is the technique. I'm going to be changing how much cheese is in it, the quality of the cheese. I actually don't even use butter anymore because who uses butter? Also, don't use a pan. I use like a panini press. In order to make a God-fearing grilled cheese, it really relies on 3 categories, and those categories being ooey, gooey, and crispy. And to define each of those, categories, it would be ooey. That's your visceral reaction to the grilled cheese, just the visuals of how it looks. In my old grilled cheese video, when I did the cheese pull, it was terrible. The 1 slice of cheese wasn't really melted all the way, and it was 1 slice of cheese, so it really didn't have anything to pull. And if you look at the pictures that I added at the very end, it just really looked like vomit. So, And then the gooey, that would be the amount of cheese on the inside, and again, it would be the cheese pull, the quality of the cheese, what kind of cheese. I only had American in the last one, and I think adding like mozzarella, like maybe a Colby Jack, a cheddar, like that would really add to the gooiness of it. And then lastly, we have the crispy, and that just relies on the bread, solely the bread. And I think I used a frozen like whole wheat bread. Whole wheat's not bad, don't get me wrong, but the frozen bread was really where I went wrong. So either using a fresh bread, which we're making back here, fresh bread, or I've been using like a French roll, like a white French roll, and I put that in my panini maker. It makes it so crispy. It's so amazing. It gets it hot all the way through. It's outstanding. Literally a God-fearing grilled cheese, truly. So now we're gonna make that baddie. So here we have my panini maker, and it's a Chefman panini maker. It's just a small little machine, and you just plug it in to get it going. And on the front it has 2 buttons telling you when it's ready to be used. And here we have my bread. I get this from my job, my work, and it's fresh bread that I get every week. And this is like 10 times more simple than what I was doing before. So we just cut it. I have a bread knife. Watch your fingers. Don't cut that all the way down. Open that up. The bread knife away. And then I have just American cheese, and I'm gonna grab some other cheeses. And I'm adding way more than 1 slice. So right now all I have is shredded cheddar and American cheese, but usually I'll add whatever kind of cheeses we have. So I usually add brie, mozzarella, any kind of really stretchy cheese just to mix all the flavors together. And I would recommend using shredded cheese because it does melt better than, regular cheese. All right, so you're gonna wanna put some American on there. I usually do a couple slices of American just to get that nice and gooey. You can break it up, make sure it's nice. And then you put your sliced cheddar on there. And I guess you could call this more of a panini than it is a grilled cheese anyway, because I'm not adding any butter and it's not being cooked in a pan. And then after I have that, I like to press it down just so it fits a little better. And then you can open that. I like to place it in the, closed side, facing in. And you have to press it down. And then you just let it cook. And we can pick up and eat cheese in the meantime. And you'll know when it's done because it'll get kind of dark and the cheese will start to melt. And I can already tell the crispiness is astronomical. Now we're finished because you can see the cheese is super melted, super melted. So I'm just gonna unplug this, get a plate. And we can see how we did. All right, and we can just cut this in half. You can tell it's wicked crunchy, wicked crunchy. Let's see the cheese pull. Wow, look at that. So much better than the last one. And that is our grilled cheese #1.